y'all, it's your girl Kiarrarenee, and I'm back with another video. And today it's gonna be a girl talk. Okay, I know it's gonna be a girl talk. Prince is obviously joining in. You want to say hi? Say hi. With some time to get to know each other, some conversation, and yeah. So I got my juice. I'm probably gonna be sitting it down here. I'm probably gonna be sitting it down every now and again. I kind of just put some stuff down, just talking points and things I felt like it's necessary to talk about. And yeah, so for this girl talk discussion, y'all, we're gonna be talking about friendships. Like, I think the thing that girls have the most trouble with, I feel like, is keeping these friend groups together. I tell you, it's hard. It's hard. I don't know how y'all do it. Honestly, I feel like so much discussion has been going around about friendships, friends, is this your real friend? Some real grimy stuff has been coming up with these friendships lately. So honestly, I feel like friendships are super important to me. I don't know about a lot of people. The disrespect, but it's all okay. So if y'all didn't know, this is friendship right here. But friendships these days, I feel like friendships to me are honestly super important. I tend to value my friendships. I love my friends. Shout out to my friends. They're definitely top tier. I wouldn't replace them for anything in the world. And honestly, the friends that I have literally gotten me through some times. And I think that's what friendships are for. Like, friendships are literally the family you choose, okay? Because we're stuck with a whole bunch of people we don't want to be around at work, at home, family. But your friends are your choice. Like, so that saying that like your friends reflect who you are is true. I definitely believe it. Not exactly to the T, but out of all my friends, I see the different sides of me that each one either contributes to, is just alike, like we have similarities, or, you know, like they're very much like me, like, you know, or they remind me of who I used to be, like something. Like, my friends literally are something along that path. So if you don't like your friend group, it might be because you don't like yourself, like just a little bit, you know. And I think people don't value friendships enough. Like, they don't value friendships enough, especially today. Like, so many crazy things going on in the world, like friends backstabbing friends, setting friends up, lying on friends. Shoot, y'all, these friendships are a mess. But I know we all have our different journeys of like, ooh, friends, how we got them. Me personally, I feel like I've never had like a whole bunch of friends. Acquaintances, sure. I knew a lot of people, sure. But like friends and people I claim, like the clique I claim, top tier. And I've always been around them for a long time. I'm a very observational person. I'm just not automatically buddy with people. It's just not really who I am. I'm a very weary person, which sometimes benefits me, sometimes doesn't. And every person has like their soft spot. Like, I have a soft spot for people. I'm always down to help. I'm very friendly. Like, it's just, you know, I end up meeting people, you know. So I feel like in middle school, I don't know, elementary school, middle school, everybody goes through their little bullying with like the frenemies. That's where I learned about frenemies at, okay? Because little kids are mean. When I say little kids are mean, like, that's where I literally learned about two-faced shady people, was like elementary school, middle school. Like, bullying, bystanders, like your friend might not necessarily be your friend. Like, if you're watching me get bullied, you're not my friend, period. You know, like, if you don't say anything, if you don't feel like it's your place, or, you know, if you just conform with like what everybody else says, sure. Those are those tendencies that I learned in middle school. But like in this big age, if I see it and I'm like, I know exactly what that is, like, I'm peeping like you might just have that tendency. High school, I feel like, you know, high school and college, friend wise, I feel like is where you kind of learn. Like high school is the beginning stages. You start finding your true friends, maybe people have been here a while, is where you kind of start grouping up based off of your interests, what you like to do, hobbies, sports, things like that. College, same way. Like just because y'all in the same class do not mean y'all gonna be friends. And college, hobbies heavy. If y'all do the same things, y'all are gonna tend to run in the same circles. And now that what I'm seeing with after college is a whole different ball game. It's kind of like that. If we don't try for this relationship, it won't be a relationship. And I think that is so important when understanding like adult relationships. Adult relationships take effort, they take showing up, they take common interests. Like I believe like you're not just gonna have one best friend. Like you're gonna have a friend for everything, and then they're gonna grow and touch your heart eventually. You know, people will come into your life, touch your life, and change your life, and you have to be open to it. But you also have to know like who you're opening your heart up to, especially in adulthood, because we're all trying to figure out this crazy world together. So this person might be at work, it might be you met them outside, you might have had this friend for years, literally years, okay? And you'll be building your tribe that way, whether it's religion, like whether it's activities based, whether it's fashion based, whether it's social group based, job based. Like you'll start picking up people along the way, the people that you genuinely like automatically gravitate to. Those are going to be who you really consider your friends, honestly. And I feel like honestly friendships teach you a lot about relationships and just any type of relationship in general. This is coming from me as a woman. I believe as a woman, your relationships with your friends tell you a lot about how your relationships are going to be with your partner. Like, are you a good communicator? Like, do you give effort? Do you expect to just receive? Are you a giver? Like, things like that. So I have always been like a girl's girl, so I have a lot of close friends and I'm very active in all of their lives. So it's like I could get booked up quick, I could not, who knows. But I'm like, no, my friends are a priority, because if me and my man don't work out, whose shoulder am I gonna be crying on? Who's gonna be there when I need them? Who's gonna understand me? My friends. Who's gonna make me feel better? My friends. And it's like my friends have showed up time and time again, not just on breakups, like family or like personal issues or like, I don't know, like my life. Like I lean on my friends and I respect their opinions. I admire my friends. Each one of them brings something different to the table. And if you don't feel like that, you need to get some new friends, because your friends aren't inspiring you, they're not uplifting you, or they're not just catering to your basic needs. You know, like I have a friend, I'm not gonna name names because honestly a lot of my friends do fit into the same circles, but I have a friend that I can tell anything to. Non-judgment, is gonna take it, and is gonna take it how I give it. Like I don't have to filter myself. Like you need friends like that who can see you in your most vulnerable space and that you feel safe with. You know, like if you gotta worry about your secrets, that friend is not somebody you feel safe with. Like if you have to like, oh, make sure you don't tell nobody, that's not your friend. My friends, we here, you know, for your eyes only, you my vault, okay? I'm your vault, okay? That's what it kind of needs to feel like, you know? And you also need to like have people around you that feel comfortable with having hard conversations with you, and they're considerate enough on how they present things to you. Like I'm the type of person, hey, I don't feel like I'm being the best of friend to you if I didn't tell you this, or I'm gonna tell you this because if nobody else don't tell you, I'm gonna tell you. And I'm gonna say it just like that, so you know. It's not, hey, if nobody else, like, it's not grimy, it's not sneaky, it's not like, hey, if nobody else tell you, you look fat today. No, those aren't the comments. No, it's like, hey, if nobody else tells you, this is what I feel like you need to work on as a person. Hey, if nobody else tells you, I think you should change your outfit because of this. If nobody, like, it could be, if nobody else tells you, you need to fix your attitude here. If nobody else tells you, those type of things. If nobody else tells you, I feel like you're a great person, but I don't think you listen to people. I think you're very dismissive, or I think you're very argumentative, or I think you're very defensive and you don't listen. Like, those are hard conversations to have with friends. And, oh, I feel like you did this to me. You know, like, I feel like you did this to me. You know, I feel offended. I don't think you're showing up here. Giving critiques of friends is super hard. And it's super hard to take, and it's super hard to understand. And having those real tough, hard conversations without being like, oh, if I tell you this, or if I'm telling you where I stand here, you're going to just let me go. That's a very hard place to be in with friends, and you have to trust your friend. You have to give them the benefit of the doubt, and you also have to give them the choice on whether they're going to accept you as you are, where you are. Because where you are is a very important spot too. Where you are, how you are, and also want and expect better from you. Because that's also a place of improvement. Like, have you ever felt like, okay, this is the area I struggle with. Okay, bear with me as I improve. That is completely okay to feel like you need to have a safe space with the person in order to do that. And most people don't even have conversations. Like, can you imagine that? Like, most people just feel like somebody wronged them. They have taken it for what that is, and then they start moving funny. What? Like, what? And what if you're wrong? Have you ever thought about that? Like, and what if you're wrong? What if that's not what's going on at all? What if nobody ever felt like, what then? You know, because as people, as humans, we tend to assume. But I feel like the hardest thing that a person can do is have a conversation with you. A real, true, genuine conversation with you. You know? That's what being a friend is. Being able to understand a person, being able to relate to somebody, being able to tell them when they're wrong, give constructive criticism, and also give them room to grow. Because just because you say there's a problem or an issue doesn't mean it's going to get fixed automatically. It's not. Like this, and that is what I love about my friends, and honestly, what I feel like makes me a good friend. I give people grace. I let people know where they fall, but I give people grace. And sometimes it's like, okay, you did that again. Okay, maybe once or twice. But like, maybe this, but eventually I also acknowledge that maybe this just might be your fault. This just might be something that you need to work on and that you're going to struggle with as a person. And this is going to be your, like, your lesson, you know? And I've noticed some people just give up on people too soon. It's sad. I personally don't believe nobody's perfect. I know I'm not perfect. And honestly, I know a lot of my shortcomings. I'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna tell you my shortcomings, but I know what they are, and I'll be like, ooh. And if you constantly feel put down by a person, that's probably not your friend. It's probably not your friend. This is also something that I am learning, and I do see it's kind of true depending on the situation, but sometimes you have to give people grace. But when you know what they're doing and their actions are a hindrance to you and it's constantly happening, that's when you have to choose yourself and be like, hey, this is what I said my problem is, this is how I've stated it. Have you made it better? Have we discussed it? Where are you understanding? And then see if I can take it or I can't. And sometimes you can't. And maybe that person's not your person. And sometimes you have to dissolve friendships, partnerships, family ships, you name it. Sometimes you gotta do that. And I feel like because I'm so young, and I do have a wide range of friends, but I feel like currently we're all around the same age. I do have a couple older, a couple younger, but overall we're about the same age. And I feel like we constantly like ping pong life issues. Or like maybe this person's going through something and then this person goes through something and then they need the love and support and help. And it's like life lessons, and maybe they went through something that you never thought you had to go through, and then now you're asking for advice. Yeah, that's what friends are for. They're like, it's like a collective library of all these life experiences, and sometimes you have to learn from your friends. Like, I'm the type of person, I like to learn from other people's mistakes, so I don't gotta make them. So I've learned plenty of stuff about dating, about life, about experiences, about what corporate, about people, just through my friends. Like, wow, like has your friend ever told you some tea? You'd be like, wow, they did that to you? What? And what did you do? And how did you handle that? And sometimes I learned from my friends' experience. I'd be like, oh, I like the way you handled that. I like the way you did that as a woman. I like the way that you carried yourself. Sometimes you gotta live and learn that way too. So when you see opportunities and something happens to you, you don't have to go through the experience yourself. You could just be like, I recognize this. I recognize that you ain't about to get me. You're not about to get me. You're not about to get me too. Cause somebody been got before and I know who been got. So why would I get got the same way unless it was a lesson I needed to learn? And that means I was hard-headed and I really needed to make sure I understood the lesson. But if it's not that, I don't want it. I don't. As I've just been getting older, understanding like my worth and what I bring to the table in terms of friendships, in terms of like access to me, you know, I feel like knowing your worth is important in general, but it's really important in friends. It's so easy for friendships to get one-sided. It's so easy to feel like, I've been with a friend, or I've been friends with somebody for X amount of years. Those are the hardest ones to get rid of. Y'all, when I tell you, it'll be like, but we've been friends since diapers. Diapers. Well, it's like, well, is this friend since diapers beneficial to you, helping you, value you? Do they value you? Okay? Because I feel like I value all of my friends and I know the value that they have in my life. And honestly, I probably tell them that all the time because I'm definitely vocal when it comes to that. But it's like, do they value you? And what is your value placed outside of what you can offer somebody? You know, like not all of my friends are like what they can do for me, if they can show up, if they're giving. Some friends are just their presence and their benefit, you know. Like as I said earlier, I have a friend for everything. Like my best guy friend, I call him all the time. Like when I need to talk, when I need a sound mind. What? When I need a sound mind, when I need advice, when I need a designated driver, like when I need someone, something, that's who I call. Or like my girlfriends, because you know I'm a girl's girl, I don't really have many guy friends anymore. But like my girlfriends, when I'm like, okay, who can I cry with? Because some people you can cry with, some people aren't into tears, okay? Who can I cry with? Who am I gossip with? Who am I kid with? Who can I have fun with? Who can I tell my life secrets and they're gonna respect me? Who's gonna understand who sees greatness for me, right? Who is gonna treat me the way that they would want to be treated? If you notice that this is your friend and they've been messed up to everybody else, they're kind of grimy, they don't really have no moral standard, they're not your friend. Or they might not be a good friend to have. Because sometimes it's not like, oh, they would never do that to me. It's just they haven't did it to you yet, okay? They haven't done it to you yet. They probably carry themselves that way, you know? Like, I had a friend, I just knew they ain't ish, okay? Like if you gotta constantly make excuses for friends' moral standards and just what they do and how they operate and how they live their life, maybe y'all don't align because you don't understand, and it's just like, oh, that's just how they are, you know, but that's my friend. That ain't your friend. That ain't your friend. That ain't your friend. I'm telling you, it's not your friend. Watch out, because sometimes people just want to know about you. They want to know tea about you. They want to get access to the things that you have. Like, ooh, maybe that's your club friend because you know the promoter, or maybe they just like taking your pictures. If I had a friend that I might like them, you know, like, ooh, you have a talent that they want to use. Oh, like, you're the friends that loves to take pictures, or hobbies, or, you know, you're constantly doing things for them, or you're always going to be the one that answers the phone, so that's what they call you. And it's not because it's a back and forth, or they don't care about what's going on in your life. Like, you have to make sure that it's a good back and forth. Are they checking in on you? Like, what is their form of how they show love, you know? And are you receiving that? Are you meeting that? Because sometimes, based off of how people want you to show love, you'll never be enough for some people. Like, you'll never be enough. And some things, it's just like, yes, that's gonna go from head. I'm not doing that. I didn't think it was important. I'm not sure. And I might never be able to feed your love language because I just don't see the point in it. Just like if you don't see the point in, I'm a very quality time person. So if you never see the point in spending time with me, maybe you're not the friend for me. Cause I want to hang out. I want to get cute. I might want to go out and dance and have fun. I might want to match. Like, I'm definitely a match of friends. Me and my friends, we match. We gonna have a theme. We gonna go all out and we gonna plan time together. You know what I'm saying? So if that's not your vibe, maybe you're not meant for me, and that's okay too. Cause it shouldn't take much to upkeep friends, especially when you're older. It shouldn't. Like, yes, you can have a friend that you're on the phone with every day, but it might not also be a requirement. You know, that might not be a requirement for you. Everybody's different. I think that's also what it is. Like, as you get older, you become busier, but it's also just like, we already know what's up. And call me if you need me though. Like, when I say I know for a fact a phone call away, let me try this right now. Let's see if they answer. Both of them. Let's see. Hello. Hey, I was just calling to see if you'll pick up. Thank you. Say hi to the vlog.
Oh, hey.
Hey.
And my phone was literally face down. I just picked it up. My ringer wasn't on it. And I seen your calling. So that's funny.
Period. Perfect. All right. Bye.
All right, bye.
That's what. Period. She felt me in her spirit. You heard that? I'm so weird. I don't know, but that's so genuine. Cause what? Let's see. Cause my ride or dies, I be like, let me call her real quick. Let's see. Oh shit. I didn't mean to FaceTime her. FaceTime, it'd be like, ooh, I can call you back. You're trying to FaceTime. You might be trying to talk for a second.
Hello.
Hello.
How's it going?
Nothing. I was just calling on a video to see if you would answer. Say hi to the camera.
Oh, this isn't on video.
I know. I was doing a reliability test to see if my besties would answer my calls.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
Hey, Tangie answered. All right, let me call you back later.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Two for two. I know Miranda at work, but like 2 for 2, okay? So it's like, my ride or die is gonna answer the phone for me. So you gotta have people you rely on. If I text 911, my people coming through. We rolling deep, all of them. So yes, now that I'm getting older, I feel like, I don't know, I constantly feel like I'm outgrowing spaces I'm in, or like as I'm trying to find new friends, like, you know, I've moved, so I've been trying to find friends, and it's just like every new person I meet, I'm just like, no, or something's wrong, or like if they're my age, and this is the tendency for if they're my age, 9 times out of 10, I'm probably like, I'm too old for this shit. I don't really care what you're talking about. Wow, you really care about that? Like, or it's not like learning moments. It's just like, I don't know, superficial conversation, or they just say something that I feel like is stupid. And I know that's a bad thing, but I just be like, I don't know. And the way people and then I don't like the way people carry themselves these days, like what they allow for themselves sometimes, or even just like what they do, I might not agree with. So it's just, I don't know. But I feel like the next friend that I find, or the friendships that I'm really looking for, is I think I need like a older friend. And I think as you work, especially like when you get older, like your coworker could be 50. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, hopefully I'm trying to find like a good, like older person, like maybe 30, like maybe maybe I need a 30, like a 30-year-old friend, because I'm about to be 25, you know, like I'm still in my 20s, you know, like I'm still in my 20s, so maybe I need an older friend, maybe, you know, older. I'm not too sure, but I definitely want it to feel like more of a mentor relationship, like give and take. Just older vibes, somebody I can learn from, somebody who's wise, like worldly, can, you know, put me on game, you know, like that's what I really want in a friend. I don't want anybody that's stagnant. I don't want anybody that's like doesn't have morals, that needs, like, I don't want nobody to be taught that you shouldn't lie, or maybe you shouldn't do jacked up stuff to somebody, or maybe like that's not the way you should handle it. Like, I don't want to do that with nobody else. Like, I just want a put together friend. Like, I just want to put together that come put together. They can have a little bit of issues, but not too many. Like, not like red flags. I want somebody that's like career focused, you know, inspiring, like a boss, like in their own field. It doesn't have to be in my field, it can be in their field, you know. Something else on my list that I've been thinking about lately is I don't think I have like a religious friend, like a super religious friend, because I have friends that really do believe in religion, but I don't have like a super like I'm going to Bible study with my girl type friend. And I think I need that, especially to inspire me. I definitely do feel like it would be helpful for me to have like a like-minded individual. So yes, that's where I stand with that. That's kind of where I sit on friendships. Those are my thoughts on friendships, how I feel like they're going. Because y'all, I felt the need to do this video after seeing that girl from Charlotte who went on a trip with her friends and ain't come back. Like, her friends. And it just shows you like red flags and things you need to watch on, and things that are going around the world. Because like, it's crazy to me to think like a friend that I've had for so many years would feel comfortable sitting in my mama's face knowing what they did to me. No, like, we need to do better on friendships in 2023. Okay, 2023, we got to be more cautious. We have to be more aware. We have to start peeping stuff and falling back. Okay, peeping stuff, falling back. You can bring stuff to somebody, but like, time means nothing. When I tell you time means nothing, I promise you time means nothing. And my mom, and like, this is like from my mom, my aunts, like older women are like, girl, you'll get some friends, you'll lose some friends, you'll make some new ones, and the quality is what you need to look at and watch and value. And if you don't respect them and how they move, if you don't like the way that they carry themselves, if you don't believe in certain things that they believe in, if you have a tendency to feel like they don't operate in the same wavelength as you, then maybe that's not a friend you need to keep. Maybe they're not your tribe. So this is all about finding your tribe. People that are for me are for me. I don't want people that aren't for me. So yes, that's all I got on friendships. Make sure that you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me if you like these videos, if you want me to do more. This is like the first one. I'm kind of new to this. So definitely let me know what you think, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, y'all.